student. So by the way, let me introduce myself first. My name is Kate, so you can call me Teacher Kate. And starting today, I will be your teacher in English. Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome Secondary 6 or Matayom 6. Okay, so now, can you please get your book, your New World book, your student book, and get a pencil or a pen, a paper, or a sheet of paper. And now, please turn your book on page 4 to 5, and that is about Unit 1. So Unit 1, page 4 to 5. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, now, before we start, let's talk about the preposition first. So it says here, what is a preposition? What is a preposition? What is it? So it says here, a preposition is one of the parts of speech that correlates between two different words or phrases, usually about the time or the place, about the time or the place. So that is about the preposition. So we have here an example: aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, us, at, before, behind, below, beside, besides, with S, besides, between, beyond, but, by, despite, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, off, on, onto, outside, per, plus, round, save, since, toward, sunder, unlike, until, up, upon, versus, via, and with. Okay, so those are examples of preposition. When you say preposition, usually about the time and place, or time or place. Now let's move on. So as you can see, on page 4, there is a preposition plus gerund. Okay, when you say preposition, prepositions can be followed by nouns. Nouns is name, places, things, animals. Or verbs. When you say verbs, it is an action word. For verbs after prepositions, always use the gerund, an ing form of the verb. Okay, use gerund. So it says here, a gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a noun. As I said, noun. What is noun? Name, places, things, animals, and events. Yeah. Number 1 is my dream. Example, my dream of living in foreign country will come true soon. My dream of. So of is our preposition. Plus living or living, ing, in a foreign country will come true soon. Number 2, I inquired about taking courses at the Language Institute. I inquired about taking, ing, courses at the Language Institute. So that is an example of preposition plus gerund. When you say like preposition, we have an example like of, on, about, in, at. Those are preposition. When you say gerund, there is a gerund is the ing, ing, form of a verb used as a noun. Okay, so here, more example is common prepositions followed by a gerund. So we're going to use for, in, about, from, and to. So we have 5 examples of prepositions. Okay, for example, number 1 is I apologize for saying that. I apologize for is our preposition. Saying that, like I'm sorry for saying that. I apologize for saying that. Next is I'm interested in learning more. I'm interested, like I like it. In learning more. Number 3 is we're excited about visiting a new place. We're excited about visiting a new place. About is our preposition. Visiting is our gerund. Okay. Number 4 is we stop him from crossing the street. We stop him from crossing the street. Number 5, I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to meeting you. So that is an example of preposition plus gerund. So preposition, so we have again the example of preposition just like this. As you can see, you can take a screenshot if you want. And then we're gonna add the gerund. Gerund, this one, is the ing form of a verb used as a noun. Okay, so next is, we also have verb plus preposition. So as you can see here, there is no ing. Okay, there is no ing. Ing is for gerund. Okay, so verbs plus prepositions. It says here, many verbs are usually followed by certain prepositions. The preposition can be followed by a noun or a gerund. Okay, example here, we have the vocabulary. Number 1 is apologize for, decide against, dream of or about, insist on, object to, succeed in, talk about, think of, or about. Okay, for example, number 1, the example sentence is, she apologized for keeping me waiting. She apologized. It means like she feels so sorry for that, for keeping me waiting. Number 2, we decided against getting a pet. We decided against getting a pet. Number 3, I dream of, like I dream of, what did you dream last night? I dream of or about having a house on the beach one day. Wow, I want it too. Next is I insist on driving you home. I insist on driving you home. Next, object to. I object to having homeworks on the weekends. Things like I rejected it, I declined it, having homeworks on the weekends. Homeworks like must be only like during weekdays. Next, succeed in. Rob succeeded in passing his exam. Rob succeeded, it's past tense, means it's done, finished, in passing his exam. Next is we talk about. We talk about moving to another city. We talk about moving to another city. Next is I'm thinking of or about changing jobs. I'm thinking of or about changing jobs. So that is about verbs plus preposition. Again, let's go back. When you say preposition plus gerund, prepositions like in, on, at, above, below, under. So those are prepositions plus the verb plus gerund with ing. We have again the next one, verbs plus preposition. And next is we have be used to or get used to. Be used to or get used to. When you say be used to or get used to, can be followed by noun or a gerund. Can be followed by noun or gerund. Be used to means that person has the habit of doing something. The habit of doing something. Get used to means become used to doing something. Used to, look at this, used to. When you say used to means you've done that before in the past. Okay, so number one, an example here. I've lived in Mexico for a long time. So I'm used to heavy traffic. Okay, so says that I live in Mexico City for a long time, long time, like let's say 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I'm used to heavy traffic. Like I used to it. Like every day before when I was in Mexico, they have like a very heavy traffic. Okay, next is I got my own place when I went to college. I got my own place when I went to college. So I'm used to living alone. Okay, so I'm used to living alone. So this person, when he went to college or when he was in college, he used to be alone. So like living alone without his mother or father or even like family. He was alone. Next is I come from a small town. And I can't get used to be noise in my apartment. Okay, so in small town, they use like only to be quiet place, a peaceful place. Okay, you don't like have to make a big noise, a big loud voice. And next is but I'm getting used to traveling on the subway. So that is be used to and get used to. Again, be used to, this one, meaning or means that a person has the habit of doing something, like right now. Get used to means become used to with this one. Become used to doing something, like you used to that during the past. So here, now we have here letter A and letter B, but we are just only going to answer the letter A. Okay, only letter A. Okay, so for letter A, the instructions or the direction says complete the sentences using the correct preposition and verb form. Correct preposition and verb form. Number one, we have here, my family is thinking blank move to a different town. Number two, the manager decided blank fire the employee. Number three, have you ever talked blank go to China with your parents? 4, Zach insisted blank pay for all of us at the restaurant. 5, I apologize blank say that I didn't really mean it. And 6, Callie finally succeeded blank get into a good university. Okay, so now let's check. For number one, my family is thinking of or about. This one is the preposition. So I'm gonna write here letter P. And moving is the verb form. Okay, my family is thinking of moving or thinking about moving to a different town. Number 2, the manager decided against firing. So as you can see, you will just gonna add ing. Okay, the manager decided against firing the employee. Number 3, have you ever talked about going to China with your parents? Have you ever talked about going to China with your parents? Number 4, Zach insisted on paying for all of us at the restaurant. 5, I apologize for saying that I didn't really mean it. 6, Kelly finally succeeded blank or in getting into a good university. So these are prepositions about, against, about, on, for, and in. So those are example of preposition. Now, for letter B, please wait, I will tell you something about it later. So now, let's go to letter C. For letter C, write sentences according to the situation. So according to the situation. So as you can see, there is a jeep here on the road. So it says here, Brian used to live in a small town in Canada. Now he's living in Manila in the Philippines. Okay, used to live in a small town in Canada. Now he's living in Manila in the Philippines. So we have words here. When he first arrived, what do you think? When he first arrived and now. So we have number 1, public transportation. 2, traffic jams. 3, hot typhoon weather. 4, spicy food. Okay, for example, number 1, public transportation. At first, he wasn't used to using public transportation. So meaning, in the first day, he don't use, or he wasn't used to using public transportation when he first arrived, like this one, when he first arrived. Number 2, traffic jams, like traffic on the road. He wasn't used to traffic jams. 3, hot typhoon weather. He wasn't used to hot typhoon weather. 4, he wasn't used to eating spicy food. So these are only like suggested answers. It's from teacher. So you can have your own as well. Now we have hectic traffic, noise, crowded buses, and heat and floods. Okay, so now, meaning now, today. For example, hectic traffic. Now he is getting used to hectic traffic. Now he is getting used to noise. Now he is getting used to crowded buses. And for now, he is getting used to heat and floods. Okay, so before, when he first arrived, like at first, he don't use public transportation, no. And then he wasn't used traffic jams, had typhoon weather. He wasn't used to eating spicy food, but now he used to. He's getting to use like traffic jam, hectic traffic. He is getting to use not to noise. He is getting used to crowded buses. He is getting used to heat and floods. Okay, so that is our topic for today. The first one, what is the first one? It's about preposition plus gerund. Preposition, gerund with ing. Next is, what is the second one? The second one is verbs plus preposition. Next, be used to and get used to. Getting. Be used to. Okay, so that is our topic for today. So now I will give you a homework. So that's it. On your New World 6 student book, please answer page 5, letter B and D. So that's why we didn't answer it. As you can see, we didn't answer this one, the letter B. We didn't answer it. So that will be your homework, and also letter D. For letter D, imagine you've been living in England. Just imagine it. Been living in England for 3 years. 3 years. Write sentences with the correct forms of used to and get to used to. Like, for example, number 1, driving. I was used to driving on the right, but now I'm getting used to driving on the left. Okay, it's just like Thailand. Like teacher Kate, before I used the driving on the right, but now I'm getting to use on the left. Okay, we have the weather, the language, the food, the money, and other. Okay, so that is your homework. So I hope you understood our topic. So if you have any questions regarding to our topic or to our lesson, just message me anytime, okay? So thank you so much and have a wonderful day, students. Thank you, bye.